Yo, what's good, man? Welcome back to Raw Base TV, man. I'm your host. I just want to take a minute out to thank these 14 subscribers, man. I want to thank y'all for checking me out, man, and keeping me focused, man. I've been wanting to do this a while, man. So I just want to thank y'all. So let's get straight into it. We're gonna talk about surveillance pricing. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand what it is. Hell, even I don't really understand what it means, to be honest with you, though. What I do know from what I'm understanding is they can charge you this and charge you that and charge him that. And that's one of the like the cool things that we have living in small cities, like where I'm from. A lot of stuff that's going on in the news, we don't have to be worried about that in my little small city, though. But it is crazy, though, living in such a small city I am. Even my classmate, he has became the mayor. Now he's the city manager, and shit. Just last night, man, somebody was shooting at him. So I feel like that's crazy as fuck. But anyway, let's get to this like surveillance pricing shit, man. Let's ride out and see what's going on. Shout out to Mo Perfect Union, you dig?
How much money do you make? What's your mom's salary? Do you have a trust fund?
A few weeks ago, I tried to use people's personal data to overcharge them for snacks.
Can I look through your social media?
Look through my social media.
This guy lives.
I already know this here finna be a hell of a video here. This finna be a hell of a video. They say he look through social media just to charge a bitch. I already know they probably finna try to text homosexuals and shit of that nature.
He drinks a lot of water.
It didn't go well.
You take unregulated peptides, but you won't eat a Biscoff? Everything's $4 for you. For you, $2.
For me, $2.
This is the future massive corporations are building.
Surveillance pricing. Surveillance pricing.
Surveillance pricing.
They're investing millions of dollars to study you and your buying behavior.
What kind of phone do you have?
11.
I'm ready to give you a great price.
Oh yeah, you got an iPhone 11, my boy. We gonna look out for you, man, cause you ain't into that. You ain't into that high spending shit. You dig?
To know what groceries you can't live without, and
we don't have those at Walmart where I'm from, but I'm pretty sure for the end of the year we'll have them. And I'll report live from my little small city. Whenever they do that shit, I'm going live up in there.
How much exactly you'd shell out for them?
Based on your personal data, I could part with any of these items for 50 cents.
When you tell people you're doing this, they think pricing on personalized data is creepy. The questions are invasive.
I feel like my privacy is being invaded, yeah.
The pricing is unfair.
I can probably get those cheaper somewhere else.
I don't agree with that.
Boy, you know a nigga finna already say some shit like that. Boy, I can get that shit somewhere else for the cheaper, my boy, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
These reactions are a taste of the disgust mounting across the country with actual results. Maryland just announced a first ever ban on surveillance pricing, and state after state could follow suit.
Same cart, same store, same price.
Here's the problem. That's the governor of Maryland. And
Shit, I ain't know the governor of Maryland had a damn a black man for a governor. Hell, that's a big up. I know we ain't getting one in Georgia no time damn
what he's saying isn't exactly true. The bill he put his signature on was actually a major victory for giant corporations. And if lobbyists get their way, it could become a nationwide playbook, a way to make sure retailers have a right to price.
Well, that pretty much sums the shit up. They always put a nigga out there when they do stupid and evil shit to people. They gonna put a nigga face on it, man. And niggas just be so happy to just do this stupid shit, man. Man, come on, man. You fucking your people, man.
You with your personal data in spite of widespread.
What that bitch say? Y'all see that right there? That bitch say, look here. Name blank 20 shopping scope. Be out of shopping scope 62 likely price point. She ain't finna shell out no damn $2.60, 19-year-old, $3. Oh, how do you even fucking come up with some data like this?
So what
crazy,
went wrong? Man. We investigated. We found over $10,000 of free dinners, meddling from trade groups backed by Uber, Instacart, and DoorDash, and language added to the Maryland bill seemingly written on behalf of lobbyists. And if Maryland is a cautionary tale, what's the solution?
Ain't no fucking
I wanted to
solution.
start with how industry is trying to spin this widely hated practice because it's a key part of the Maryland story. I found one industry group hard at work.
I'm with Chamber of Progress.
We are wholly independent from the Chamber of Commerce.
I'm here testifying today in respectful opposition to HB 2458.
The Chamber of Progress, that's a tech lobbying group, and they've been fighting surveillance pricing bills from Maryland to Hawaii. And if the name Chamber of Progress seems, well, progressive, here's who funds them. To understand their...
That's got to be the craziest shit ever, man. Okay, it's a tech fund group that's all these fucking people, open AI, Amazon. Why the fuck would they? I don't know why the fuck they even fund some shit.
I got
like
help from a former industry insider.
So if I want to successfully surveillance price people, I shouldn't tell them that I'm doing it.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, I certainly wouldn't.
Give us your data and we'll give you snacks.
This is my colleague Eric Gardner. His reporting helped launch
Oh
a
my
Federal
God.
Trade Commission investigation into Instacart's use of an AI pricing tool. But before his career as a journalist, he was a grocery pricing consultant.
They hate the term surveillance pricing.
SB 6312 sweeping definitions would label these everyday savings as surveillance and make them unavailable. If a grocery store alerts you that a pasta sauce is on sale based upon your prior purchases, that could be deemed surveillance-based pricing.
That is crazy. So let me get this straight, man. So if I go to the grocery store and get me some what is it, Prego, and let's say I got it for $3.89. You mean to tell me they gonna hit a nigga up and tell me we got it for $3.40? What you gonna do today? What you gonna do?
They like,
It is similar to like I ain't even gonna count, man. I used to sell a little weed and shit back in the day. I swear to you, man, I would take my little phone, man, and shit. I hit me a little zip on Friday. Friday said nigga got them $7 quarters, man. We got them quarters, well, them $7 grand quarters. We got them $7 grand quarters going for $20 a day. Better get it for it gone. It's Good Friday, and they would eat this shit up like they eat the shit up, man. Human behavior, like if you want to make some money, all you need to do is learn human behavior.
data-driven
And
pricing.
That's what they're doing with this shit. They learn
Essentially, what they argue is that this is just the natural extension of discounts and coupons, which people have grown accustomed to.
Discounts, coupons, and especially loyalty programs.
I'm motherfucking guilty of that myself because I really like Wingstop, and I've been ordering Wingstop for forever. So if I'm gonna go to a store, I'm gonna look and see if they got a loyalty program just so I can get some extra shit on the high. So Wingstop actually just introduced their loyalty program, so you know for a fact that I will be using that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I will be using it.
Here's an industry strategist noting that most people get upset when their friends get better prices than them.
There's a solution for this. Make it part of a program. Because if I get a different price than my friend and they go, well, why did you get that? They go, well, I'm a member of this loyalty program. They go, oh, now I understand.
Exclusivity.
It makes sense.
One thing about exclusivity sells a lot of shit, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. If I was gonna buy me some pussy, I feel more comfortable buying the pussy for $1,000 versus $100 because I know niggas that can access the pussy at $1,000 ain't too high. So I know, you know what I'm saying, my chances of getting burnt to some shit like that. If I were gonna buy some pussy, you know what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. But anyway though.
But loyalty programs, discounts, these keep our bills down, leave us with more money in our pocket, right?
No company is spending tens of millions of dollars to set up an infrastructure to save your money. I have had
Damn sure
probably
right, they not.
hundreds, if not thousands, of meetings with executives talking about promotions. Almost all of them were about how to make them more profitable. I have never had a conversation about how to make them better and deliver more value for the consumer.
The Chamber of Progress is
And he ain't fucking lying.
fighting these bills, but their rhetoric is instructive. They warn of a discount apocalypse wrought by these bills.
That's completely incoherent and makes absolutely no sense. You can still offer promotions.
You just have to give them out fairly, transparently, and without creepy data collection. That's what's modeled in a pair of New York bills. Want to give a senior discount? Fine, but you can't spy on people to figure out how old they are, and you have to make it obvious to all who is or isn't eligible for the discount. Rather, these bills ban promotions like this.
So I recently found this patent. It's from DoorDash. It's called Detecting User
My boy got the real T alert. It's the real T alert
Agitation
going on.
Application Interaction. This patent, hypothetically, is calculating a score for you, basically trying to figure out how agitated you are. Kind of the example they give is if that someone seems pretty frantic, maybe they're going to get some fast food offers rather than a sit-down restaurant. And I think it goes to this larger conversation is like, do we want effectively prices based off of these type of behavioral decisions and data collected by companies?
Now I don't know if I'm like saying it, but did I just see they don't throw your fast food because you scrolling through that bit fast, or that maybe that was just part of the the presentation or some shit.
All the talk
Maybe
of
that
losing
what it was.
discounts helped sway Maryland legislators who made the bill functionally useless with a series of loopholes.
Industry has been pretty effective in certain states in getting those carve-outs to be very broad and to potentially undo the ban entirely.
That's Nina DeSalvo, an advocate for surveillance pricing bans with Towards Justice. She's critical of the many exemptions that were added to the Maryland law after lobbying.
They have carve-outs for anything to which a consumer consents. You can imagine the number of times you just click yes in order to move on with your day, right?
It also allows segmentation that, to loosely paraphrase Nina's argument, allows a grocer to charge a special price for men who use Android, have Googled jalapeno popper over 40 times, shop on Fridays, and seem to be willing to pay more for them. But no.
Boy, ain't even gonna cap. Well, over there, IGA, they got some jalapeno poppers in that bitch that popping so goddamn decently. I'm willing to pay top dollar for them because you can't get them. Them bitches know they is. Hey, them bitches sauced up.
That's not a special price for me. That's a segment composed of me and a bunch of weird popper aficionados.
In an email, a
Dang
spokesperson for
shit.
Governor Moore's office argued the bill is an important first step, not the final word, and that the governor does not believe in letting the perfect be the enemy of the good. Nevertheless, stronger bills in places like New York don't have Maryland's problems.
To understand the danger surveillance pricing bills face, we wanted to investigate how those lobbyists gutted the Maryland bill so effectively.
Okay, let's
We
talk
looked
about
at
that.
public disclosure documents for some clues. Members of the state Senate committees debating the bill were gifted over $10,000 in dinners by the Maryland Retail Alliance at restaurants serving up salmon Wellington and a
What the fuck is salmon Wellington? Shiitake, Dulaxe, Shiitake, Dulaxe, Bok Choy, Orange Burr Blanc, Miso Artichoke, Cherry Blossom Peanut, Grima. Man, this shit seems like some shit that you get on Final Fantasy to pep your people up, man.
$150 Wagyu tomahawk ribeye. I mean,
you know what? I'm a type of guy, man. I like me a good, well done steak, man. But I ain't even had no damn Wagyu tomahawk
I
ribeye.
don't know if that's what they ordered, but
crazy.
the lobbyist was paying. You'd be stupid not to. The disclosures don't actually show what was discussed.
But the first dinner was just one day after the legislature began considering the surveillance pricing bill.
The Maryland Retail Alliance initially opposed it until those carve-outs were added to make the bill impotent on their board.
Impotent, aka not work, dick not working. Impotent. I thought it would apply to a penis, but apparently it applies to goddamn bills in Congress. Oh
Directors,
God!
executives from Target and
My
Amazon.
bad, yo. That's right.
And the bill's
out there.
passage got
Shit.
high praise from the head of the Chamber of Progress, a former Google exec.
What we've seen in terms of pushback on a lot of these bills is attempts to get exemptions from the protection that really swallow the rule.
Now,
pause.
This blunder could go national, a way for lawmakers to say they've banned the practice, but in reality, not. The Chamber of Progress is fighting the pair of New York bills. They've also opposed bills in places like New Jersey, Illinois, and a Colorado bill Nina and Towards Justice pushed for.
We reached out to the Chamber of Progress for comment. You can read their full response on screen.
So, how do we stop from doing a Maryland whoopsie?
Whoopsies!
I think strong surveillance pricing legislation really starts with a broad ban on the behavior.
No carve-outs, like in Maryland for subscription services, or if you clicked yes on some terms of service.
I think one very important piece that the Maryland legislation also misses is understanding that individualized pricing must encompass segmentation.
By contrast, look.
Shit kind of reminds me of Congress, man, when they impose taxes. This shit must be in proportion to the amount of people in the state. You know, when it comes to this shit. But apparently, man, it really goes to how fucking greedy you are. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you got people that be, let's say you got somebody that coming to your house and shit, man, mowing your house, keeping your shit up, but you don't even live there, right? You just mowing your shit. Motherfuckers get the fucking idea that, hell, I want the highs. Now it's my highs. I keep the yard clean. I want your highs. Or matter of fact, bitch, since I know you got that paper, I'm finna charge you way more than I would charge a nigga that with little shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
look at New York's
fucking
one fair
greed at the
price
end of the
packaging
day.
bills. One bill is a broad ban for the state, outlawing any person from charging different prices to different consumers based on surveillance data. The second
bona fide, that's a legal term that they use.
bill,
NBA Street Volume 2 bona fide. That nigga was hot as fuck, nigga. That mean if he bona fide, hey, this shit got to be true.
Specifically targets grocers and pharmacies and puts forward a crystal clear definition of personal data that cannot be used in price setting. Any data that could be linked directly or indirectly to you or your devices. Both bills are clear. You can.
It said device, not devices. If you put an S on it, that takes out the other shit. You feel me? I think it's a legal maximum is to include something is to exclude the other. I think that's a legal maximum.
Still have loyalty programs and discounts for broad groups like seniors and teachers. You just have to be honest and transparent about how to get those discounts. And people's reward points can't change in value based on what the company knows about you. A business lobbying group plans to spend $1 million to crush it. Our research found financial ties to Amazon, McDonald's, Airbnb, and Madison Square Garden Entertainment.
Wow.
In Colorado, a blanket ban is also paired with a ban on surveillance wages. Right now, those algorithms are being used to squeeze gig workers, but Nina worries the trend is coming.
I've been gay with that gig work shit, man. They really just be that gig work shit. You see how they all got it? Look at it, 944, 944. Everybody got different prizes, man. That's some fucking bullshit.
For even more kinds of jobs. The bill was vetoed by Governor Jared Polis. The Chamber of Progress urged him to do just that. Even your local government can do something. New York City just proposed its own bans. It would be the first American city to do so.
We have a real affordability crisis here in America, and there's evidence to suggest that surveillance pricing, or kind of algorithmic pricing, is leading to price increases.
The grocery-specific ban in New York didn't go up for a vote in time. However, the broadband in...
My thing is, like, it's got to be at the people at the top. I know a lot of Caucasian people like to talk about black folks and say we ain't shit and this and that and third. Well, let me tell you though, with this, there's some greedy motherfuckers at the top, man. These some greedy ass people, man. Ain't no way this type of greed is rooted in reality, man. You ever heard of you give a man an inch, they take a mile? These tech companies, man, really taking this shit too far, man. You know what I'm saying? You get them inch, fuck a mile. They taking 100 fucking miles, man. Like,
New York
real,
only
man.
needs Governor Hochul's signature to become law, but before that, the governor can offer her own amendments to send back to the legislator. Those amendments could make the bill weaker or stronger. For instance, advocates are asking her to add language to ensure private citizens can sue companies who break the law. Or she could add a series of carve-outs that, like Maryland, make the bill toothless. Will she bow to industry pressure, or will she sign a bill that could become a model for the rest of the country? If you work in the...
Hey, man, let's give us a round of applause for More Perfect Union, man. This is real journalism, man. I like shit like this, man. It's eye-opening. It's not biased. I guess you could think they biased. It feel like some Democrat shit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm really not Democrat or Republican. I just see shit for what it was. And hey, dynamic pricing is some real shit. Hey, if you like what we doing over here, man, you already know what to do. Hey, it's your boy, Rob Base TV, man. I'm out. And I'll see you in the next video, man. Thank y'all for watching. Peace, love, hair grease, y'all.